You check your phone before you even open your eyes. You don't decide to do it. Your hand just knows the way. And somewhere in that half second, before your brain is even awake, a habit older than you realize has already taken over. But the real answer to why you can't stop is far stranger than willpower.
It has almost nothing to do with discipline. It has everything to do with a brain built for a world that no longer exists. Your ancestors survived by scanning constantly for threats and rewards. A rustle in the grass, a flash of color that might be fruit, a sound that might be danger. That scanning kept them alive. Today, that same circuitry scans a different landscape. Notifications, likes, messages. The reward is smaller. The pull is just as strong. This is the first habit ruining your life, and it isn't really about phones at all. It's about a mind that was never built to stop looking for the next thing. So what happens when that scanning never turns off? You start living in fragments. A few minutes here, a glance there, never fully anywhere. Psychologist Gloria Mark spent years tracking how people actually spend their attention at work, and what she found was blunt. Most people shift their focus every few minutes, and once broken, attention takes a long time to fully return. You don't lose minutes to distraction. You lose entire hours you never get back. That's habit 1. Distraction disguised as connection. Habit 2 lives quietly underneath it. Overthinking. You replay a conversation from 3 days ago. You rehearse an argument that hasn't happened yet. Your brain calls this preparation. Really, it's a loop with no exit. Ancient humans overthought too, but for a reason. A predator seen once had to be remembered in detail, turned over, studied, so it could be avoided next time. That looping kept people alive. Your brain still runs the same loop, except now the predator is a text message you haven't sent yet. Notice how it never actually resolves anything? Habit 3 is the one nobody names out loud. Negative self-talk. The quiet voice that tells you that you're behind, that you should have done more, that everyone else has it figured out. Where does that voice come from? Some of it is ancient too. A tribe that judged its members harshly kept everyone in line. And in line meant safe. Being cast out alone meant death. So your brain still treats social judgment like a survival threat, even when the only one judging you is you. Psychologist Kristen Neff has studied this extensively, and her research keeps landing on the same conclusion. Harsh self-criticism doesn't sharpen performance. It just adds fear on top of whatever you were already struggling with. Fear doesn't make you sharper, it makes you smaller. Habit 4 hides inside kindness itself. People-pleasing. Saying yes when you mean no. Shrinking your opinion to match the room. Where does this come from? For most of human history, exclusion from the group was a death sentence. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar's work on social bonding shows just how deeply wired humans are to track belonging, almost constantly, almost unconsciously. Being liked wasn't a nice bonus. It was survival infrastructure. So when you feel that flinch before disagreeing with someone, that isn't weakness. That's 40,000 years of social memory firing at once. But here's the twist. The tribe that would have exiled you for disagreeing doesn't exist anymore. The coworker who might be annoyed by your honest opinion isn't going to leave you outside the cave at night. The threat is gone. The wiring stayed. Habit 5 is procrastination, and it isn't laziness. It's a battle between two very different parts of your brain. One wants comfort now. The other wants your future to go well. Ancient life rarely gave you the luxury of thinking far ahead. Food today mattered more than food in 6 months because 6 months from now was never guaranteed. Your brain still runs on that math. The reward that is close always feels bigger than the reward that is far away, even when the faraway reward is actually the better deal. That's why the thing you know you should do keeps losing to the thing that feels easy right now. Habit 6 is comparison. And social media didn't invent it. It just supercharged it. For most of history, you compared yourself to maybe 30 or 40 people, your whole tribe. Now, you compare yourself to millions, curated, filtered, and performing their best 5 seconds on repeat. Your brain doesn't know the difference between someone across the world and someone across the fire. It just sees another human doing better and quietly logs it as a threat to your status. Habit 7 is chronic multitasking, wearing itself like a badge of honor. Stanford researcher Clifford Nass ran a series of studies expecting to find that heavy multitaskers were simply better at juggling everything at once. Instead, he found the opposite. The people who multitasked the most were worse at filtering out irrelevant information, worse at switching tasks cleanly, and worse at holding focus, even when they were doing just one thing. The brain was never built to run 2 threads of thought at full speed. It was built to switch quickly and convincingly, which feels like multitasking but functions like constant interruption. Habit 8 is treating rest as something you have to earn. You push through exhaustion because stopping feels like failing. But sleep researcher Matthew Walker's work makes something clear again and again. Sleep isn't downtime. It's when memories consolidate, when emotional experiences get processed, when your body actually repairs itself. Skipping rest doesn't make you more productive. It just moves the cost somewhere you can't see yet. Habit 9 is staying constantly busy to avoid sitting with your own thoughts. Silence used to be normal. Now it feels almost unbearable. In one widely discussed study, researchers gave people the option to sit alone with their thoughts for 15 minutes, or give themselves a mild electric shock instead. A striking number chose the shock. Not because the silence was dangerous, because it was unfamiliar. Habit 10. The quiet one underneath all the others is avoidance itself. Avoiding the hard conversation, avoiding the uncomfortable feeling, avoiding the decision that actually matters. Every habit on this list is, in some way, a form of looking away from something that asked to be looked at directly.
None of these habits make you broken. They make you human, running very old software on a very new operating system.
Your ancestors needed to scan for threats, loop over danger, fear exile, chase comfort, compare status, split attention, earn rest, and avoid stillness. That wiring kept an entire species alive long enough for you to exist.
The problem was never that this wiring is bad. The problem is that it never got the memo that the world changed. You are not lazy. You are not undisciplined. You are not behind. You are simply running instincts built for a world without phones, without algorithms, without infinite comparison, in a body that has no idea any of that exists. So tonight, when you catch your hand reaching for your phone before your eyes are even open, pause for 1 second. Not to judge it, just to notice it. Because the moment you notice an old habit for what it actually is, you stop being ruled by it, and you start being the one who decides what happens next.